There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
My body is just making large chunks of brown, green fucking soup and then it's shooting out of every hole in my body at this point in time.
Take it easy.
My butt's making hot brown. My fucking face is making cold green.
Yeah, God.
This is really bad. Oh my God, I took such a hot shit this morning.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Did it all get in the toilet, or did you sprinkle some on top with a nice ice cream dessert?
No.
That was my dad moment. I was just about to strangle both of you. That's wonderful. Are we all recording and ready to go?
We're good. I just wish my body could expel the poison in me.
All right, that's Marcus. I'm Ben. With us as always. Look at you. Jesus Christ.
Last legs, Henry Zabrowski.
You feel like you're on him, huh?
Yeah, if you got something to say to me that you were afraid to say before, just do it now, because I got about a month left. So, yeah, just put it in there. Anything you got to
I've always loved you, Henry.
Don't do this. Not
I've
from you.
always been in love with you.
That is an insinuating thing for other people.
Other
not
people.
From you.
Not
other
from me.
people.
Fantastic. Marcus. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Marcus, we're going to, on today's episode, we're going to do a little creepypasta. It's going to be sprinkled throughout a whole series of different things. Marcus started off with a good story.
All right, I'll start it off. This story is called Pendulum.
Now, what's important again, like we did the last creepypasta episode.
Ooh, turn off the light.
Oh.
Now, hopefully, I imagine if you're a fan of this show, you're alone in your house right now.
Oh, without a doubt.
yeah.
I don't have to imagine it. It's a reality.
In an alley somewhere, or you're listening to your car as you're about to drive it up through the doors of a post office.
Your cat's in the back seat telling you to do it.
But again,
do
we
it.
do with all creepypasta episodes, it's fucking sit back,
Relax.
spark a fucking J to your dome,
That's right. If you don't have a joint, get your bong out. Get your one-hitter out.
hit your bong.
Snort some turpentine.
Yeah.
Snort turpentine.
Do some huffing.
Pour
Okay.
a big, thick glass of whiskey. Pop a Xanax. All right?
I'm fairly
Enjoy
certain.
yourself.
Yeah. This
All
is
right.
how I think that's exactly how Heath Ledger died.
What?
Heath.
Oh, I thought he died. I thought that was like a massage thing.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Start us off, Marcus.
All right, the story is called Pendulum. Ever since I was young, I remember hearing the sound at Grandma's old farmhouse. Mom would put me to sleep in the upstairs room and slip downstairs to sleep with my father, leaving me and my brother alone in the upstairs room. An hour or so after we'd been put to bed, a scratching noise could be heard above our heads in the attic every night. It was slow, like a pendulum. Back and forth. It'd sweep across the ceiling, at times skittering faster before fading back to a slow scratch. At first we were scared, as children are apt to do, but we learned to live with it, and it comforted us in some strange way. It was kind of like white noise, and it helped us sleep. Well, I'm a grown man now. Grandma passed away some years ago. As we were cleaning out her house, Mom and I found ourselves in the attic. We were clearing out some old boxes and stuff when I came to the middle of the wooden floor. Although years of dust had covered them, there were still visible scratches in the wood. I laughingly remarked to my mother about hearing a scratching noise when I used to sleep in the room below, and my mom's face drained of color. She gently took me by the shoulders and told me the story about how her grandfather, the father of my grandmother, had lost his job in the Great Depression and could barely afford to feed his family. He came home one night and hung himself in the attic with a horse bridle. Apparently he regretted this decision because he struggled to gain his footing near the end by flailing his feet. His heavy boots had gouged the wood where he had hung himself.
Ooh.
And it happens again every single day.
Indeed.
Somebody does this. Somebody's grandpa gets sick of the horse life.
Can't deal with these goddamn horses.
He fucking strings himself up like a bunch of mistletoe. But the thing
Everyone
about
loves it. No kissing under those.
yeah,
sweet
exactly.
trees,
That is
though.
bad luck.
That's right.
Okay, if you see a dead body and your first thing that your impulse is to
I
just
always
to be
loved
like,
you.
all right, give me a kiss.
Kissy, kissy,
Kissy, kissy, kissy.
You're John Wayne Gacy.
You are John Wayne Gacy.
This is when you're gonna kill yourself, when you're gonna hang yourself. Make sure you made the right decision.
Yeah,
That's
really
awful.
weigh your options.
You got to
well,
go with
this actually-
shotgun blast to the face.
Yeah, so we're gonna mix up some creepypasta with some real life horror stuff. Stuff that's
right.
really going on. Another thing I want to say that this whole story even reminds me of what happened in Holden McNeely's apartment, the Lizard King from Round Table.
Of course.
Where you live as well,
That's
Ben
correct.
Kissel. 656 Metropolitan, Brooklyn, New York. Is that inappropriate?
No. I'm more than happy.
Well, there's a lot of apartments in that building.
Yes.
Uh-huh. There we go.
1B.
No.
I'm just saying. I
It's
mean,
fine. It doesn't
it
matter.
could be any
It doesn't
apartment.
matter.
That's
Yeah.
a lie. That was
it a lie? I don't know.
said.
I didn't react like it was true.
But I think we may have talked about it here on the cast before about how there was a ghost in your apartment building because they said the old lady, the grandmother who had
There was
died.
an elderly lady that died in my roommate Kep's bedroom. And no, I didn't actually hear about this haunting story.
Yes, and basically they said that because the landlord's daughter said that she would see this entity like walk from the halls, and
Isn't that just Holden when he's blackout drunk walking the halls looking for dates?
Yes.
Her grandmother was a horse.
Oh, interesting.
And then also the same story about in the basement of your apartment, these twins that lived there for forever.
Right.
And there's a thing about twins as well. We're talking about how, ghosts are trapped energy. Right. Twins, especially after, like, these were two ladies that lived together for years and years and years and years.
Are they double the flavor, double the energy?
No. No, they were dour.
Okay.
Mean twins.
Ooh,
but no,
evil.
but there's something about that connection that creates it's a psychic connection. Like
Right.
twins are, because you shared a pussy hole, you are for 9 months.
They finish each other's sentences.
Yeah, they finish each other's
So, like, do guys
head.
that do a lot of gangbangs finish each other's sentences as well?
No.
Okay.
Unless they've been doing it for years and years and years and
Okay.
years and years
On the
and years
same
and years.
woman.
Yes.
In the same, I did watch a pornography film where two guys put two penises into one vagina, and I thought it was disgusting.
I'm trying to tell a
Continue
scary
on.
story here.
I know it. I'm just saying what I saw. Okay,
I'm just
go.
saying- it's fine.
No, that's what haunts me. Okay, go.
That's fine. But these twins apparently they lived in this in his basement apartment, and they were always kind of seen around the neighborhood. And then essentially they just stopped coming out. They just lived in there. People would bring them food and stuff, and they just stayed there. And it had finally just been a number of years before anyone had seen these twins come out. And I think there was
They
like
must have
something.
been very chubby at this point.
No,
You can do calisthenics in your own home.
Okay.
can do whatever you-
especially with a partner. Yeah,
Yes,
easier to work
but
out.
you get But when you basically they had to do maintenance. There was like a leak going on into the basement, and so they go into the apartment. This is all from your landlord's daughter, and they're both dead, and they had been in there for years and years.
They
right?
died.
They had been They had been dead for like a good 3 years in there.
Jesus Christ.
And they found the one twin was in the chair with a blanket over. I guess she'd been making this blanket, and she must have died of a heart attack in the chair.
Right.
And then the other one was in the
Strenuous
bathroom.
work.
Yeah, but the other one was in the bathroom, in the bathtub, totally just liquid flesh with a skeleton in this bathtub.
Yeah.
And they basically like determined that they must have died within 7 minutes, or like something's like 7 to 10 minutes of each other when they died, and that they tried to rent out that apartment, but people saw the twins in the apartment, and then they just closed it down, and no one rents that place anymore.
I love it.
Wow.
I hate it. That's amazing. Do you? Was it a murder suicide situation?
No, they
Or was
just
it
died. It was. You have a psychic. It's when they talk about when you've been married for 50 years
Sure.
and you die, and
Right.
then the other one just dies like that.
Right.
But I know for a fact that if I'm married for 50 years, I'm not dying.
You're not going to die when
I'm
your
living.
wife dies.
No, I'm gonna live it up.
You're gonna be
bachelor.
You got a bucket list.
You're a bachelor. You got the widow excuse.
right?
Oh, that's great.
Hell
that's
yeah,
a good one.
Knocking pussy around when you're 75.
I don't know if you want to go knocking it around. I think you're going to be running into it blindly and wobbling down the
Help
street.
me! Help me!
Yeah, you lost
How do
all-
I masturbate?
Yeah, you lost your center of big.
So what's the next
gravity there.
what's the real horror thing we were going to discuss next?
I just want to know how you're going to pick up girls when you're 75 after your wife died. I'm like, hey, how
Flash
are you?
my green.
You're going to flash your green.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing we were going to talk about is normal porn for normal people.
Yes. Why don't you take the stage, Marcus? This is your favorite thing.
I love this so much.
This is a website called Normal Porn for Normal People.
It's none of those things.
Yes.
And normal porn for normal people. Their
It's real.
tagline. It's real. You can look up this website. The tagline is a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality. And the guy who started this thing, named Richard Van Buren, Dr. Richard Van Buren. There's a quote that says, "Your God can't help you within my walls, but rest assured, you shall be on your knees."
Interesting.
Scary. Hello.
And there is
It's a real website.
It's a real
Yeah,
website,
it
yeah.
is.
And there's 3 videos on there right now. They're called clean.avi, shack.avi, and impression.avi. Clean is just you hear this weird noise in the background like a kid.
Yeah.
And then it's the camera's coming down the stairs, opens the door to a bathroom, and there's a guy in a tie sitting on the toilet with a blindfold on, and then he just gets up and licks a sink for about 6 minutes.
I almost wish we didn't have to describe it. I wish we could just show people the video.
know.
It's a
yeah.
cleaning service I would get behind.
Yeah, and the other one is shack.avi is a woman. It's a fucking horrible little room that's in fucking
Also
complete
looks very
shambles.
similar to my apartment.
Very similar.
Yes.
Yes.
And they pan over, and they're playing old radio footage from World War II. And
Yeah, it's like,
it suddenly...
and they storm the beaches.
Yeah.
And they storm the riverbanks. It's like, it's very creepy.
It is
And
creepy.
then it shows a woman who's sitting in a chair. She's got on a white mask, like kind of a mime type mask, and she has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a plate on her lap. And she's
Creepiest
wearing,
of all the sandwiches.
She's like wearing an.
Definitely. Put a banana on there.
I'll
you
get to
a real
that
spoon
in a
fest.
bit. I'll get to why peanut butter and jelly is the creepiest of all sandwiches.
Oh, no.
And she just kind of tries eating the sandwich through this mask as a tiny mouth hole. Can't do it.
Why can't she do it?
Because she didn't
it's
try
too-
hard enough.
Yeah. She didn't think about
and
eating
she
it hard
shreds
enough.
this sandwich, and that goes on for about 6 minutes. And then at the end, there's just a guy standing there with the same white mask, and he's got no shirt on. He's very burly, very
buff fella.
beefy, a beefy man, very hairy. Has probably about the same amount of body hair that Henry here does.
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
to
wow.
say too much.
You know, you mean the right amount. It's like I'm covered in chocolate shavings.
Something like that.
But again,
This is not the first iteration of this site.
no, and that's where this is true, and this is a true
Yeah.
story of what this website is. And again, I would recommend we're describing these things, but do yourself a favor and wait until everyone in your place is asleep and watch it. It's like we just watched it and goofed at it for like 4 minutes.
I wasn't
And-
goofing at it. I
Just
was
shut up.
look.
But it's like, we watched it. We're like in this daylight and we're fucking chuckling around. And we're
Yeah.
funny guys.
It's a
you know,
Sunday
just out there.
afternoon.
Yeah, but I say you do it at 4 a.m. after
Yeah.
a couple of schlitzes.
Schlitzes.
You know, and
Only-
a couple
yeah, if
of
you're
and a
in
couple of
Milwaukee,
yellow jackets.
Yeah.
You know,
Good.
enjoy yourself. Get yourself creeped out.
All right, so
it is
what?
very, very creepy.
Yeah, what the tale of the website is, the original website, is there's this guy, the guy that, tells the story. This is a kind of also creepypasta, but not quite.
It is. It's one of those like threefold. I like to take it as. I wouldn't even label it as creepypasta because then it's not creepy. You just think about it in terms. This shit does exist on the internet
Absolutely.
for real. Like
Absolutely.
this may be a fabricated version of it. I mean, I'll put the YouTube links to the. I don't know if you've ever seen the Chechnyan woman. Those like she's got like 59,000 videos. I forgot her name. It's like Retla. It's RETLEH.
59,000?
Yes, and it's these videos of her, and it's real, that are like 30 seconds a piece of her just going like, come on, like speaking in like nonsense.
I believe her.
All right, so this guy
Great tits, though.
got a
Oh,
random.
yeah?
This guy got a random email, and the email is all lowercase, and it's just said, "Hi there, found this site, is very nice, thought you might like. normalpornfornormalpeople.com. Pass it on for the good of mankind."
I just feel like you could have made it creepier by not calling it normal porn for normal people. You could have called it anything. You could have called it like, turbo
Link
turbo
my
gag.
sink.
Yeah.
Lick my sink clean.
Link my slink clean. My
Lick-
sink clean, monkey man.
Oh, hello.
And so the guy goes to the website, goes to normalpornfornormalpeople.com, and he fucks around on it for a while. Mostly it's just like these long rambling rants, but he starts clicking on links here and there, and he's about to say, fuck this, I'm done with it. And he clicks on, he finds an index of all of these videos. And
Yeah.
it's just like a white, it's, you know what index screens look like.
Yeah.
And it's just all these videos, and he clicks on one called Peanut AVI. It was
okay.
a 30-minute video of a man, a woman, and a dog in a kitchen. The woman would make a peanut butter sandwich, and the man would set it down for the dog to eat. This was all that happened for 30 minutes. It was obvious that the cameraman had to stop filming and wait until the dog was ready to eat again, and the dog seemed rather sick by the end of the video.
A lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Henry was the dog.
My question is, I just think they didn't have a very large budget.
I guess not.
And you can't.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
they're like, no. It's like, well, the director said it's got to be a ham sandwich, because the ham
No.
is
Can't
like
afford it.
sheets of pussy meat. And he's like, no. You're getting the fucking peanut butter. 'cause
Ham
that's
is
what it's gonna
sheets
be.
of pussy meat.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. He's like, that's my vision. I'm just saying that if I were
I'll
to
have a pussy meat sandwich, lettuce, onions, tomatoes, and mustard.
ham coming up.
Thank you.
So this guy he's like, all right, I'm intrigued. I'm going to start watch the rest of these videos. Here's some descriptions of some of the videos he saw.
Can we I just really quick with this story. Why is this one creepy? I can't put my finger on. The woman makes a sandwich, hands it to the man. He puts it on the floor. A dog eats it. It is creepy, but why?
It's
I
because
can't-
you put the name of it. You call it porn. You call it porn, so the idea is
sure,
that
right.
is that what you're trying to do here is that
Arousal.
you're watching this, imagining that people are watching this masturbating. to it.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah.
Which is true because
somebody is.
probably
right?
somebody is.
Yeah.
All right. So here's one called Jimbo.avi.
That's right. The sexualization of it is really the creepiest part.
It's a 5-minute video of an obese mime performing his act. It was actually pretty funny, particularly one part where he pretends to pull up a chair, then pretends that it breaks due to his weight. In the last 30
classic.
seconds of the video, the camera cuts to static briefly and cuts back to the man sobbing quietly, still wearing the mime outfit and makeup.
Accurate.
That sounds like my life.
Yeah, exactly. That's not even close to creepy. That's just an accurate.
That's just what comedians do
Right.
every night. You make people laugh at your personal foibles, and you sit and cry.
I don't think they laughed enough.
Oh, I'm so fat, and that's the only thing they like about me.
Here's
The perfect portrayal of an American actor.
Here's Diana.avi, a 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a room different from the interview room. The interview room was somewhere that, they would just show videos of people talking, because a lot of them were just kind of bullshitty. Like, there wasn't a whole lot going on. But this is a different one. This room looks like one you'd find in a normal person's house. Exactly where they are is never specified, as Diana only talks about her violin playing. She obviously plays her violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice this until someone on the image board thread pointed it out, but if you look at the mirror in the background, you can see a fat man in a chicken mask masturbating.
Which is always the fly in the ointment.
Isn't it?
You know what I mean? I hate when I'm trying to do something important or trying to talk to somebody, and you got fucking chicken man over there just
Jacking off his
pulling
sweet
himself.
fucking cock.
This is one of my favorites right here. This is called Stumps.avi.
Good one.
It's a 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to break dance on a Dance Revolution mat.
Fuck yes!
I
just wanna see
this.
It gets it gets so much better in what looks like the kitchen from Peanut AVI, but much dirtier. There's a radio playing music unseen in the background, but it stops at the
You
4-minute
want it.
mark when the
You
man
got
collapses on the mat in exhaustion.
You want it, baby, you got it.
He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off-screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, which he does.
Keep dancing, fat boy. Keep
That's
dancing.
what happens when you sign that contract.
That's the thing.
You can hear this off-screen person begin to scream as the video ends abruptly. Now, the last video, this is
Another
the one,
perfect, accurate depiction of an actor in New York.
Dance,
Dance, monkey man.
These old people went to Ripley Greer. They all went to Ripley Greer Studios and auditioned for
Right.
these videos.
The other fat people that just weren't able to get there. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
just
sad.
like there was
You
something
think
about
about the
him.
rejects for this project. It's devastating.
And now this last one. This is the most famous one, and I have tried for days to find this video, but it's nowhere to be found.
If you can't find it, no one can.
Have you asked on X?
On X?
4chan?
No, I haven't.
You should ask to see if we can get the AVIs.
That really is the most 4chan thing you've ever said. Did you
Yeah.
Did you go on X and ask them?
Fucking ask somebody?
Yeah.
Sauce, please.
So the last one and the most famous one, like I was saying, it's called useless.avi.
Okay.
And this is the one that I want to see so bad.
I can guess what this
I
one's
can
about.
I can taste
Your life?
it. I want to see it so bad.
It's just a comedian. It's useless. It's just a comedian applying for a job.
Right.
All right. So in this
Do
18-minute
you
video,
have Arby's experience?
a blonde woman from one of the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interview room. She
my.
attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, a man in a black suit and mask opens the door but does not enter. He holds the door open for the animal that was running in the hall in the previous video. There was another video that I didn't cover in which you just see an animal run past. There's
What
an
kind of
open
animal are we
door,
talking here?
and you'll find out.
Okay.
And there's an animal run past. You can't really see what it is.
It's just like 9 pugs.
That would be adorable. It's a pug parade.
I love the pug. Shut up, parade. Pug parade. Gonna go down to the pug parade.
That's where you find all the pugs.
It's revealed to be an adult chimpanzee.
Oh, adorable.
no.
Its hair is shaved and its entire body is painted red.
Interesting.
It seems to be
Very
starved
rude.
and abused with several wounds along its shoulders and back. When the chimp
Sounds
enters the
bad.
room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee sniffs the air for a moment. It may have been blind. And notices the woman
They probably
tied to
plucked
the
its eyeballs
mattress. It goes into a frenzy and begins to maul her. This assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes until the woman finally dies. The chimp eats flesh from her corpse for 4 minutes, and the video ends.
So all of the rest of them. So all the rest of them are incredibly weak.
Compared to that.
And then
useless
that one
API.
is just that one is just a monkey beats a woman to death.
An abused monkey, totally shaven, painted red, eats a woman.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be hard to find that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
and I
real-
think if you
real
look
hard.
at it, you might get arrested. It
Yeah.
seems like an
I don't
overall
think-
snuff film.
I'm going to say that video doesn't exist.
I'm going to say it too. I do believe it exists, though.
Yeah, I'm going to say...
I mean, there's a form of it.
Yeah.
Well, you could go onto the Tor web, T-O-R, the deep web.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to
It
get
was supposedly on some gore sites for a little while, but taken down.
Yeah, it's utterly
I just don't do
disturbing.
those gore websites.
This is a chimpanzee, right?
Yeah.
See, if you're going to get eaten by an animal, at least a chimpanzee, they know how to kill quick.
Well, it took 7 minutes.
Yeah,
But that's relatively. Imagine if it was a small coyote.
7 minutes of just fucking pounding on somebody's head. Yeah, you'll kill him.
Yeah,
So you would
7
rather have
minutes.
a bear enter the room when you're tied up? And
No, I'd rather just be the guy behind the camera.
Well,
That's
yeah.
why I'm
If you
making
had
movies.
a choice, right? It's about movie making. That's true.
It's about magic.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's about movie
I just
magic.
again, it's just to reiterate, like what humans are capable of is so sinister and horrifying.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it is all on the internet.
Yeah.
It is all on the internet. You
Yeah.
can see all of it.
I've
There are-
see the
seen
best of it and the worst of it.
things that I have seen on B. Oh God.
yes, and
You
it's
look traumatized for you
I spend
listening.
hours. Usually, I spend at least a couple hours a day on B because for one of the shows that we do here at the Creek, I have to I have to find weird pictures to show on the.
I mean, you don't have to, but it's
He
turned
does
into
it, yeah.
turned into a thing that you have to do.
This
of
is
course.
for
Exactly.
this is for Midnight Run.
for Midnight Run. Yeah.
Which Henry and I just did last Saturday, and Marcus had a wonderful portfolio of dancing butts.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I want to
those
thank you
dancing
for those
butts were
gifs.
really
Yeah, I found those
Gifts.
on. If you spend a lot of time on B, they show up at least 4 times in every thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
What's
no,
the first
but-
3 words that come to your head as soon as you get on B? Usually,
As soon as the first 3 words: gore, lolly, and faggot.
oh, okay, interesting.
And that is, you would put those on the 4chan flag. Yeah. Like if you made a 4chan flag. those
Actually,
would
there's
go
don't
on.
tread on me
There's
for
one
4chan.
other word that comes to mind, which I will not say.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what that one is.
Yeah. It's the
Nancy.
only. It's the only word.
Right, we're gonna take it easy.
It's the only word that I can't say. If that tells
I love
you
it.
something.
Okay, you were saying.
But yeah, so these I have to spend a lot of time looking for these pictures, going through a lot of shit, and man, the
It's
things,
intense.
It's really, it can get really, really intense.
Can
at
you
times.
ever forget those things?
No.
One thing.
The way I look at it is that I've seen so much of it that it all
Blurs together.
It all blurs together.
Right.
That's how I look at the horrors of the world. Is that I see so much and read about and watch so much shit that's so awful that it doesn't like nothing registers anymore.
Well, it's
Right.
all just kind of a bunch of
I mean,
shadow
you're making
images.
yourself a sociopath.
No.
not at all. I
No.
like to think about philosophy. I'm serious. That's what
I know,
think
I
of-
know, I know,
That's
I
what
know,
I think
I know.
about most. Everyone thinks I'm a psychopath, but I'm really trying to further myself intellectually.
But you
There we
just,
go.
I just would like extreme
So
thought.
is the
I like
director of
extreme
that film.
things. You know,
I agree.
but these people are. There's just again, I will always argue this. So it's like I don't think it makes you a sociopath. It's just like
agree.
because we're not making it.
yeah.
We're not making it. You're absorbing it, and I think you do have to know the beast that you're trying to fight, which is a human being and its social existence in this situation, and you have to know what you're up against when you step out the fucking front door. Every
Yeah,
morning.
because guess what? One
get
in five
thrown-
dudes are making these movies.
1 in 5.
1 in 5.
Oh man! And they all got to making these movies after they smoked weed.
1 in
Think
5
about
people.
that.
1 in 5
Weed is the
people
gateway
have
drug to being
been
a
involved
snuff
in a
film director.
movie in which a woman has been beaten to death by a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Everyone loves them.
I say you haven't lived until you've seen a picture of a man who's had his head cut off and his penis and balls cut off, and the penis is shoved into his neck hole, sticking straight up, and the balls are in his mouth.
I didn't see that one, but I saw a guy.
I can't disagree with it though. Like, yeah, you kind of haven't.
Yeah, but I was looking at this great. What did I do today? Oh, this alien abduction thing. I'm not going to get
Yeah,
into the
no,
alien
we
abduction.
Yeah.
we'll get into it. Should I read one of these creepypastas?
Let's do some creepypasta.
Yeah.
All right, this one's called The Shady Grove. And, all right, so let me just start it out there with the little words here. On
Just
the shitty
start
one.
it out?
I'm going to try to read. I don't do well at it.
I know.
All right.
But I'm with you,
Do it
Ben.
with some
I believe
gravitas.
in you.
Just do it with some gravitas. All right. On the outskirts of a town called Pottsboro, there's a place called the Shady Grove. The only people that remember anything notable about it are all in their 70s or 80s, and almost all of them refuse to speak about it. There are a few, however, that will break their vow of silence and tell of the horrendous events that happened there. They spoke to me about how they had seen what hell truly looked like, and how soon they would pay for what they've done. During the 1960s, a cult had formed in town. They had taken to sacrificing people to summon their master, who their leader had claimed would banish the filth from the earth and begin a time of true peace. The only catch was they had to sacrifice only female children, but only if they were deemed impure after a night with the leader. I would assume they would be after the night. After he had After he had collected about 10 little girls, he told them the day of judgment was upon them, and to prepare for the circle about 5 miles outside of town. That night at 3 a.m., they began to ritual by covering the girls in the blood of pigs and cutting the children's arms and legs about 1 to 2 inches apart from each previous cut. The next part was to cover the bodies in oil and light it. There we go. After this step, their bodies burst into blue flames, and from the flame came a woman with eyes as black as coal and skin as white as snow. The woman walked straight at the leader while saying something in an unintelligible language, and he instantly burst into flames. After that, the group I was interviewing told me they blacked it all out, only to find themselves in their beds with a ticket in their hands that had the word hell stamped on it. The group told me that if anyone attempted to enter the circle where the ritual took place, that would wake up instantly. They would wake up instantly. That's a typo. They would wake up instantly, have an intense vision of themselves burning alive, and then pass out and wake up in their beds holding the ticket to hell.
Now, this is a fake. It's obviously a fake story, but it's actually very similar
To the Polar Express. Tom
Yes.
Hanks.
Yes.
And I'm reading. I'm like,
Actually,
is Tom
yes.
Hanks the star of this feature?
No, it's the story of the documentary of Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
What's there? The something 3. The
Fucking Memphis 3.
the Memphis 3. These
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
with
poor
these-
Memphis 3.
Yeah,
Jesus
these the
Christ, those
goth
guys.
kids
I
that
feel for
were
them so
fucking.
hard.
It's really
Psycho
sad.
that put them in prison.
But someone did do this heinous murder of a 9-year-old boy.
It
Like,
all I'm
was the
saying,
guy
that's-
next door to them that was a known pedophile, but we won't get into this.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that's what happens when you hang out with retards.
it's true.
They
were
flip on
idiots. They were idiots, and
Yeah.
everyone
They were
wanted to
idiots.
make up the story.
One of
They
them
were
was
idiots.
actually retarded.
Yeah.
No,
And
and
they were
one
able
of
to-
them was retarded. They
Yeah.
flipped him because
Yeah.
he had no grasp on reality
Of what he was
So you
doing.
just
Yeah.
plug in the words, and then he regurgitates them, and you fucking get yourself a conviction.
Absolutely, and then, but as I've been reading more and more about ritual and stuff like that, it's like as a true Satanist, you would never do something like this. But there are people that pervert that message and this idea that this is the way you do something.
So what Pat Robertson is to Christianity
Yes,
is what these
but
people are to Satanism.
This
Exactly.
shit happens all over the country. Like there was the whole, there was a whole surge in the 80s and 90s. I mean, like a lot of it got kind of mixed up in like pop psychology of like, repressed memory.
Sure.
But it's like, but it's true. Like little kids are, sex rings exist all over the world.
By the way,
I'm reading a book right now called The Franklin Cover-Up. That's all about this. It centers on like these supposed satanic ritual abuse cases, and this shit goes all the way up to the top. Like we're talking Warren Buffett is involved.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
we're
the
talking.
Buffett.
We're talking.
I don't
George,
believe it. He
we're
seems
talking
so
about
nice.
George H.W. Bush is involved, and as I'm getting more and more into it, like I'm kind of starting to see this really weird shit, like these ritual abuse circles where they have like they bring these kids, and it's all foster care kids and adopted kids,
and I think that people use the real information to sort of twist it to sort of a conspiratorial thing. Like you want to say it's a part of, like George W. Bush is there a part of this satanic
Well,
ritual.
this isn't written really by a crackpot. This is written by a senator who was like
not a crackpot.
It was Senator Ted Stevens of Alaska, though, so a bit of a crackpot.
I mean, a bit of a crackpot, but still, I mean, he was a Nebraska guy. We'll have a. We'll do this in a future episode. I just started, but it's fantastic. But the next thing that we're going to talk about, Henry, you have this subject,
yes,
and something that I learned in this book works into that. Did you know that the every kind of crime is reported to the FBI except one, missing children cases.
Yes,
missing person cases.
It's very interesting. Are we doing that? Or are we doing the East area?
No, you know what? I feel like we're on the level now of children. I did watch Child of Rage last night.
Yes,
it was
Children of Rage is
fantastic.
great.
Ooh, I gotta
documentary
see
about
that.
this killer gal who turned out to be relatively successful. But yeah, Henry came in to the
so let's
office
talk about
today.
this.
It was a wonderful situation.
All right, so basically, we were like I was looking for some sort of like true horror stories, and various. The way it always goes, it's like I'll start researching a topic, and then all of a sudden it branches out into like 4 other things. And this is the story of a man named David Politis wrote this book called Missing 411, where he wrote 3 books because of how much material he ended up finding in his research, right? Which is the massive unreported amounts of missing person cases and unsolved missing person
Usually
cases. Usually children that come out of our national park system, right? Now, of course, you got a lot of
the national
resistance.
park's also missing 1 chimpanzee, but I think he went to do the movies.
Absolutely, yeah. We heard he's a star in Hollywood.
He's a star in the movies. Yes.
But
I can only
he's a regular Renee Zellweger.
Oh, isn't that nice? I love her.
The story of the chimp is like the exact same story as the small town girl who goes to Hollywood.
Right,
to
it
be
just-
and
the
ends up
girl
doing
that was in the room.
horrible porn.
Yeah. The girl who's
It's the
what's his
same
name?
thing as the chimpanzee. He eventually ends up in a room, shaved, painted red, and starving.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau is there.
Right, exactly.
Please,
hi.
monkey, do better.
Yes.
Monkey, do better. But he got a lot of resistance from the National Park Services, where it's like he basically was kind of like he stumbled upon this guy said himself, and he's like, you should look into like the amount of like these missing person stories that go on in our national park system. And he's just like, okay. So the first thing he just calls the national park system, and he's just basically just saying, hey, do you guys have like a list of like the people that go missing over each year? And I just kind of want to like take a look at it and kind of see like what the circumstances are and blah blah blah. And they're like, no, we don't have those lists. And he's like, you don't have the list?
You would think you would keep a list.
Yeah,
and
it's an
just
important
like
piece
all
of
these
information.
incredibly detailed, weird disappearances that happen. It's like, and a couple examples are like, because like park rangers, like they just do this thing. What you do is that if something happens out in the forest, you have to call in these FBI teams. They come in and they look at all the evidence, and then they issue a report, and then something happens. So story after story after story. And he said the main thing that was really weird is that this is like one example is a perfect example of like literally hundreds of cases that are like this, where it'll like one case will start where it's like,
And these are virtual carbon copies of each case.
yes,
Yeah.
and it happens thousands of times every year. Like a 4-year-old, like a baby, is like on a camping trip, like a family camping
Why
trip.
are you taking babies on camping trips?
Really weird to do in the first place.
Babies
It's like
love
taking them to a
camping.
movie. If you didn't take them to a movie, then we would have had one less victim in the Aurora shooting. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Don't bring them to Batman.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
MK Ultra. But he so this, like, you have these kids, right?
4 years old, immobile.
Yeah. I mean, they're just
you know.
they're just like, they're just getting to be mobile.
Right.
Disappear in the night. Or it'll be like
They wander off.
literally like there was like one story of a guy was fishing with his son and like literally went to go do the thing, turn around and he's gone. That classic story of like, I would just turn around for a fucking second and he's gone, But normally that happens in a city street and some molester has taken the child to his van and he's fucking punishing them for all of the sins of humankind.
That's right.
And so we
God, I did not want to look in your eyes when you said that.
That was
sentence.
really horrifying.
That was scary. Yeah.
So you have these kids go missing, and like one thing is like they'll get the dogs out. Like once the missing person thing comes out, the dogs will come out, and like one thing that happens all the time is that these dogs will have a really hard time finding the scent, and then will just
Which seems
sit down.
bizarre because there must be the scent of the baby all over the family. Like the family's like, this is its clothes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have the scent.
Babies
Of course.
fucking smell.
The dog has
Yeah.
all the evidence in the world.
Absolutely. So they're like, but then stuff will happen. Like you'll see this.
But the dog is like a Columbo or like a monk.
Yeah.
He's just like
Wapna. That's just me doing Rain Man.
I think that was good.
Gotta get what you want. Wapna.
About 100 missing person cases. About 100.
About 100.
He's a weird dog, but he's our dog.
But you'll find like they'll get a trail, and then it will lead through this fucking insane uphill brush. Like it'll go through this stuff where it's like it's ludicrous that these kids were to even be missing. It's just like why this? How could this kid even fucking physically do this? And like
you would
a lot of
expect
times,
to see the kid like very close by, even if it was a coyote that ate the kid.
it would
the coyote
be
wouldn't
in
be that far away.
Because the
Yeah.
big thing is that the reason why they don't find these people is that the National Wildlife people and the forest park system, they create these criteria for like how you're searching. These are experts at like, and that's what they do is like search and rescue people.
Right.
And they depending on the type of person, build, hiking experience and all this stuff, they build these like circles of areas that you would search for someone. And the reason why these cases go unreported is because you would never even think to look for them in these
that
areas.
physically
that they go.
implausible.
It is utterly impossible, right?
Right.
And unless they're taken, right? And then you look and and the path will lead to some fucking river, or it'll lead to like some impasse. And then it was like one time, and then like one of the famous cases that they were like, they then dam the so then like if it leads to a river, they're like, well, he drowned, and then then they'll be like, well. Then you'll have some enterprising park ranger who's like, let's dam the river and look for a body.
Right.
Dam the river, and it's like one case. They dammed the river, look for a body, didn't find anything. And then finally, one park ranger's like, I'm just going to fucking just look over there on the other side of the river.
He was just trying to smoke some weed.
Like,
He's
God
like, no,
knows.
I'm
So,
gonna
you know,
get on out of here.
But he literally started was like, I'm just going to look. And then they find this body, right? They find the body on the other side of the river. And
we're talking about a 3-year-old boy here?
like 4-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And,
And
then
how big is this river? What are we talking? It's not a
like
stream.
an impassable river
It's
in
huge,
the
yeah.
middle of winter. It's just
If
like,
you-
it's just like
even
this-
if you were on a horse, you wouldn't
would
try
not
to
try
cross.
to-
Even a horse would not be able to travel
and
that
then
route.
and there's kids
Wow,
lying
this is
here.
serious.
And the thing that is similar in all of the cases is that their pants are down, and their shoes are gone, and that
Were the
like,
pants on, just down?
down. Or another case was pants folded, like next to them. Another case was pants inside out, as if the bodies were to, and that like. One was they didn't even find a body. They didn't find one. They just found a pair of pants with socks balled up, shoved inside the pants. Socks were filled with tiny bones from feet bones, and one case where it's like, and they found one broken tibia inside the pant leg, right?
Wow.
And then
Tibia is arm bone, correct? Or leg bone.
What's it
I think
connected
it's
to?
like
If you
tibia-
tell me what
it's-
it's connected to, I'll be able to tell you where
It's
it
the
is.
tibia. The tibia and the fibia. Those are the two arm bones that you have in your
yes,
forearm.
Okay.
and then no backpack, no clothes, no anything, and then what they do is like, well, he was eaten by a bear, and then what you do then is that you look for all the bear shit that you can find in a circle radius.
Yeah, look
and
for
you
like
look
a
to see what has
SpongeBob T-shirt or something.
Yes, you look to see if it has cloth or human remains in the stool samples,
Right.
and there's nothing there, and they're just like, what the fuck? Like, so it's like, and this happens thousands and thousands and thousands of times every year. These kids,
and it's
adults,
miles and miles away from where they were camping.
It's just it's like God knows what the story is. You know what I
Right.
mean? In terms of like what.
But now you were saying earlier, though, also there are certain places in national parks where there's just a fence, and then the U.S. government is like, "This
That is-
is not for you to come in.
It
this
is
is for
like
research."
This is where it gets into crackpot area, but it's very fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Where national park systems, and this is where this guy kind of brought it up too, and it led to this other thing called Project Open Mind, which is just like
This
kind
is
of
how you
insane.
fuck a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah,
once
but
again.
the idea is that a lot of this national park land mass and all that national park stuff is that they'll have testing facilities.
Yeah,
like you'll
right.
have a big barren part of it that it's like literally, you'll walk through the forest to a piece of time, and it's not on the map.
Right.
Like you just go through a piece of time, and then you'll come to a chain link fence, and it'll be like restricted area. Like, we will use lethal force if you come through this area,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And it'll just be like, and so there's a large group on the internet that is now believing that these people are abducted for the use in testing for various, like, mind control experiments and all this stuff. And that these are people that are led to the testing facilities using fucking, like, sonar or, like, radio
God knows,
frequencies
yeah.
and, like, using all this stuff. And it's like,
Or
I
just
mean,
a bear. They trained the bear to go get the kids.
I don't know what's true or not. It just
Good bear. We're never gonna put you in the movies, bear.
You
That's
just
probably
see
where
a
the
bear using
chimpanzee
a
came
gun.
from. He was just a failure. They
bears are there like driving a car around. Like it's like, well, we taught the bear how to use the car.
fucking- there were easier ways to
Good
go
work,
about
Johnson.
this. But that is interesting stuff.
It's just it's God knows what who knows what is real or what is wrong. But it's just there are just so many ways to die.
Isn't that something? And that is true.
Let's do one more creepypasta.
Yeah, and I want to do the
Yeah, we'll do that after this.
This is a weird one. This is from my diary. I'm lying in what appears to be a hospital bed with my legs and chest strapped down. It's been about 4 hours or so since I woke up, and I don't remember how I got here or anything that happened since a week ago when I fell asleep holding my girlfriend. I know it's been a week because my phone and watch both say the same date. I managed to reach my phone and hold it up enough to type this, but I'm not sure anyone will get this message. Yeah, I wrote this on my phone. There's white walls on every side of me. I can make a light out on the roof, but it's off. The only light aside from my phone is coming from the screen suspended above me. It's horrible, but my eyes won't close or look away for longer than a few minutes, just enough to slowly type this. The screen shows another white room, but this one's upright. In the middle of the screen, I can see it. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not human. Its shape is humanoid, but it's definitely not human. Its skin is gray, pale beyond belief, and its hair is pitch black, hanging down messily and covering half its face. I've been lying here in silence since I awoke. My throat is dry, but I know I'm capable of sound. However, my mouth won't open and my voice won't sound. My fingers don't make a sound on the touchscreen. All I've heard is my own breathing getting shallower and shallower. I might not have long left. I opened my mouth to take a deep breath and the screen above me moved. It hadn't moved until I opened my mouth, but now it's standing there with its mouth held open. A bit of darkness that shadows themselves seem to ooze from. Just like mine, its mouth stopped. I can hear it. Not from the screen, but from anywhere. Everywhere. It's whispering to me. Not in its own voice, but every one I've ever heard, every voice I've ever known. I can't make out any words that make coherent sentences, but it knows my name. I shook my head and clenched my teeth to try and block it out. And as I stared up at the screen, it mimicked me, looking right into the camera. Its mouth was open with horrible pointed teeth grinning at me. I could see its eyes. If I can even call them eyes. They shine like light, but it isn't light, it's darkness, an area void of light, looking straight into the camera at me. A tear rolls down my cheek sideways, down its, and another one rolls down its face. It's not a tear of water, but something black. Why can't I close my eyes? I couldn't take it anymore. I started screaming, convulsing under my restraints. What happened stopped me dead after a moment. It didn't shake. I took a step closer to the camera. It wasn't screaming either. It's laughing through the gap in its jagged, pure white teeth. The voices all laugh as one, and tears pour down both its face and mine. At the top of my lungs, I scream as I shake, desperate to get free, to escape this hellish torment. As my eyes focus on the screen, I see that it's gone. A fear of relief slides down my cheek. Next to my ear, I hear a sizzling noise and black smoke drifting up. I lift up my gaze, finally free of the hypnotic screen, and the tears start silently again. It's standing over me. Tears of darkness drop down my face while the darkness of its eyes and mouth spreads.
Every 13-year-old girl's,
True fantasy?
Yeah.
Is that Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Is it Robert Pattinson?
Is that Robert Pattinson?
Yeah. That's intense stuff. I feel like I go to sleep like that every night. That's very nice.
It's kind of comforting to know somebody's there.
Right. And they're sad,
Yeah.
too, like you, and they understand you.
They're
'cause you
crying.
know why you're sad.
He's crying.
He is crying. He's holding you.
He's just got a job to do.
That's not
He's
bad.
got to be the Creepmeister of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, comfort
Yeah.
you ever so nicely.
So let's just go into this last bit, right?
Yeah.
This last bit is something that is entirely real and entirely terrifying. There was a period in time, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker of fame.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, California.
What?
California?
Oh, interesting.
That's a California accent, actually.
Oh, is it?
Los Angeles,
California.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Los Angeles, California.
Well, I'm excited to
It
visit.
sounds oddly like your Irish accent.
Sure.
Like when you say,
Or his Jamaican accent.
I'm 30. I'm 30.
Should throw me-
35.
Throw me one of those free Jamaican
35 years old. I'm from Los Angeles, California. But Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, wonderful fella.
The
Yeah,
Night Stalker. Who, as you know, his modus operandi is that he would break into people's homes and stay there while they were gone. He liked couples, and he would wait for couples to come home and then go to sleep while he would stay there in your house.
A bit of a squatter.
Right? And wait until you're deeply, deeply asleep, and then
Which
put
is-
a gun to your boyfriend's head,
Right.
and then rape you. I'm talking to the women here.
Yeah, if you're a woman, that's right. Yeah.
And then kill both of you.
Yeah, the most really, I think, more terrifying. Ed Gein, he picks people up from the outside. Not Ed Gein, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
He'll pick you up when you're walking down the street your own way.
You
Jeffrey
don't know
Dahmer,
that
he'll pick you up.
You know when you're done when you're going into John Wayne Gacy's basement. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. You know
when
you're
you
done.
walk into Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, you're done. You know what I mean? Like you're in
Ramirez is the only one that I can think of that went to your home.
Yeah.
Hung out
BTK.
in your.
BTK did the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. BTK did, but he did not hide out in there.
Yeah.
No.
No, you're right.
He's
BTK did
possibly
pretty
the
good.
most intense.
I hate BTK.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez,
God
which
damn.
is the ultimate nightmare because you just don't know he broke in.
You don't know he
what
broke
in. I wonder when I hear cases like this, how long does it take him to come?
Ramirez?
Because
Oh, no.
obviously it's a sex thing with him. Like, do you think?
I
What,
bet
like,
I bet you he's so worked up by the time that he fucking does the deed that he probably comes in seconds.
I imagine
minutes.
he comes instantly and then shoots them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3-pump
probably.
chump.
It's just
And
bizarre.
then, no, but he's not that worked up. Is that I think that he gets into it. It's like 2 pumps. He squirts and he's like, "No, why can't I
he's
fuck
accept-
better? I wish I could fuck better."
So you think like an Extends or a Viagra, something that would make him,
I
have
think
a little
that
bit
would have
more
stopped a lot of
lasting
crimes from
quality.
happening.
Because
Yeah.
we all feel that shame after we come. Like, you come and immediately you feel bad about yourself.
Not me. I always keep a bowl of confetti next to the bed. And I
Yeah, I'm always just happy I can still do it.
Hilarious.
But that is
Huzzah!
it's terrifying though. You get home from work, you figure it's 5 o'clock at night. It's Monday. You're gonna have the guys
You get
over
some
watch
Chinese
Monday Night
food,
Football,
and you literally,
know,
and it's the same thing. And it's like
you live your life. You go to sleep at midnight. And then he comes out of the closet.
Yeah, because he's been there the entire time.
That
And it
is
happens-
so fucking scary.
And it happens a lot. So, so there was a
Are
period
you
of time
making a pizza or are you a serial killer?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So
Similar sound.
there was a series of crimes that happened when the Night Stalker came out, and this happened. There were a series of crimes in the East Sacramento area
Yes.
that were basically blamed on him. They were like, well, it was the same modus operandi. He's doing this thing. And then it wasn't until a couple of years
modus
later.
operandi so far this
Yes,
episode.
yes,
I
yes,
just
yes.
made it 3.
Yes. But they found that the DNA didn't actually link up.
Oh,
after
it didn't?
The fact. No.
Oh, I thought that it did.
Yeah.
So-
no,
and-
this is a totally different guy.
This is a different guy who committed a larger number of crimes than Night Stalker did. Mm-hmm. He was never caught. He is still he's
Might
still
be in
around.
your home right
Right
now.
What year was Night Stalker? That's 70s, right?
No, it was I want to say 88.
Can you imagine how old this
okay.
guy would be now? He just has like a walker and he's like with an oxygen tank.
Man, I wanna fuck.
Just like in their closet.
Man, I'm gonna get this one.
And they call this guy the original Night Stalker.
The original Night Stalker, the East Area Rapist.
Yeah.
That's what they called him for a long time. And but what he used to do, Richard Ramirez was more of an impulse killer. BTK would stake him out, and
Yep.
so with this, what they would notice is that the couples that this would happen to is that they would come and their house would be fucked up. Their house would get broken
Was
in
it
several
all
times.
couples, or
Yes.
did the man just happen to
He
be
started.
there
They
sometimes?
said that he started with single women and then moved to couples.
So
right?
it was a purposeful decision to go to a place to horrify the man and the woman.
Well, yes, it was all about the torture. But what he started doing, the last number of his
It's
victims,
risky. 2
Yes.
against 1.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
yes,
the gun, but
it's all thrill, it's all power.
yeah.
But he
Next thing you know, he's breaking into bukkake scenes.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Getting them all held captive.
That's a great- that would be-
captive.
captive. But now he, so what he started doing though towards the end is that he would call and leave threatening voicemails on their answering machines before the murder would actually happen. And what we have here is a copy of one of the actual voicemails that he used to live. So it's kind of like if you know like Morgan Freeman and you get him to leave a voicemail on your
Yeah,
phone.
this is
you know?
very exciting. Yeah.
So why don't
Yeah.
you just roll that beautiful bean footage?
Play it again, Sam.
What the fuck was with that music? Was that
He's just watching a television show.
Oh wow!
Oh, it is
Did you notice there was like a rhythm to it, like "Gonna kill you,
No, it was
gonna
good.
kill
Yeah.
you"?
No,
All right.
God
It's really
damn it.
scary in the headphones.
That's how you summon the devil. I mean, that's
Yeah.
like, oh.
But
Christ.
I mean, in the end, yeah, and he has never been caught. So
Yeah, so he's still out there. You might be in your house right
Sacramento,
now. All right.
look
good.
out your window.
Yeah. Look in your closet. Look in your bathroom. Any
Every
room that
time.
you're not in.
Is he there now?
Look at it now. But
Is
then
he there
he's
now?
in the other room.
Maybe he's there in 2 hours. Set your alarm for every 2 hours
Well,
every
no.
night. Wake up at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and 6 a.m. Make a sweep of your house. Then you can go back to sleep. For
But this
about an hour and a
reminds me
half.
of the same story. I think we said it before about the criminals case your house, and there was one example of a young lady that we are various acquaintances with. That basically she walked out of her house. She had ordered Chinese food. She walked out of her house to go pick out the Chinese food, and then walk slightly around the corner and like met him on the corner. Walked back into her house, and fucking dudes were trashing her apartment, and taking stuff out of it. And it's like, and it happened that fast. It just boom. They're watching
That's
it.
right.
Boom.
Be prepared. Be aware. Stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Close this out with that thing like for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I know we're gonna close out. We're gonna do a couple of deep cuts from Charles Manson's
Oh, do
favorite
we want
album.
we have a nice sing-along thing to
Well,
do.
you didn't pull it up on my computer.
That's fine. Just play it. We'll just add it afterwards as like a thing. Like we'll just
It's
just
much
hum
more
along to
upbeat then,
Yeah.
isn't it? All right.
You guys enjoy yourself. Listen to some Chucky Manson. This is real. This is him singing some songs.
That's
And,
that's Henry Zabrowski.
horrible.
That's
He
Marcus
is such
Sparks.
a bad musician.
He's so bad. But the
Not
thing is
good.
that if you had just given him a record deal, Right?
Little
Sharon
known,
Tate would
little
still be
known
alive.
fact, Guns N' Roses covered one of Charlie Manson's songs
That's true.
on the Spaghetti Incident.
But as far as
that
I'm
something?
concerned, if Kesha can get a record deal,
Right.
then Charles Manson should.
It was a harder time back then.
It's true. There was a
Yeah.
lot more quality music.
And
flying
he
around.
knew the Beach Boys. He had connections.
Yeah, I think he scared the Beach Boys. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
sounded like. They was just like,
We're
"All
friends,
right,
man,
Charlie."
right? We're
Yeah,
friends?
Yeah, sure, Charlie.
We're
yeah.
friends,
Yeah,
right?
Stop yelling, Charlie.
Get a deal for me then.
All right, guys, Magustalations.
Congratulations.
Megustalations.
Check your closets.
Yeah, check every room that you're not in.
There's a time for living. The time keeps on flying. Think you're loving, baby, and all you're doing is crying. Can you feel? Ah, those feelings real. Look at your game, girl. Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. Living in that confusion, frustration and doubt. Can you ever live without the game? The sad, sad game. Mad game. Just to say your love's not enough. If you can't be true, you can tell those lies, baby, but you're only fooling you. Can you feel? Ah, those feelings real. Look at your game, girl. Oh, look at your game, girl. If you can't feel, and the feelings ain't real, then you better stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. Stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. That's the game. Sad, sad game.